Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So ngayong araw na ito ay pag-uusapan natin yung salary deduction ngayon dito sa Saudi Arabia. So alam naman natin na dahil sa COVID-19 maraming mga kumpanya na nagsara at maraming mga kumpanya na wala ng kita dahil sa mga restrictions at sa curfew na pinapatupad dito sa Saudi Arabia. So dapat po ay ating malaman at ating intindihin kung ano ba talaga ang ibig sabihin nito. So kung ikaw ay bago pa lang sa aking channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Ito po yung news article na aking nabasa sa Saudi Gazette. Ang title po ay No Salary Cut Without Reduction of Working Hours. The Ministry of Human Resources and Social Development has stressed that it is not permissible for private sector companies to reduce the worker's wage without reducing his working hours. Ano po ba ang ibig sabihin nun? So, hindi po dapat ibaba ang iyong sahod kung hindi naman ibinaba ang iyong working hours. So, ang iyong trabaho. So, bawal na bawal po yan na ang iyong sahod ay ibinaba pero ang iyong trabaho ay ganun pa rin. Okay? So, dapat po ninyong malaman at intindihin na bawal po yan. So, kung ang iyong sahod ay ibinaba, dapat ibaba rin ang iyong trabaho or iyong working hours. The reduction of wages must be commensurate with the reduction in working hours. However, the permissible reduction of wages must range between 1% to 40% and that is under some strict conditions. At accordingly, sabi ng ministry, nasa 1 to 40% lang ang dapat na ibaba. Hindi po pwede na ang iyong sahod ay ibinaba more than 40%. So dapat po ninyong intindihin na ang percentage ng salary reduction is from 1 up to 40% maximum. Okay, so kung ang iyong kumpanya ay nagbaba ng sahod, kwentahin nyo magkano bang ibinaba? 40% ba and below or 40% and above? So kung ito ay 40% na bawal na bawal po yan kasi dapat yung pagbaba ay nasa 1 to 40% only. The ministry said that it has set two conditions for the wage cut. First, the firm has affected the repercussions of the coronavirus and the wage reduction should commensurate with the reduction in working hours. So dalawang condition po para magbaba ng sahod. Una, ang inyong kumpanya ay apektado sa coronavirus. So let's say for example, ikaw ay nagtatrabaho sa isang mall. Affected ba yung mga mall sa coronavirus? O affected ba kasi pinasara sila? Ngayon nag-open na dahil sa Ramadan. Pero after sa Ramadan, I believe magsasara ulit. So kung ang iyong kumpanya ay apektado sa coronavirus, pwede po silang magbaba. Okay? At pangalawa, dapat po kung ibinaba ang iyong salary or yung sahod, dapat ibaba rin ang iyong trabaho or ibaba ang iyong working hours. Okay? The ministry pointed out that there is no minimum limit for reducing working hours. So, ayon sa ministry, wala raw minimum or maximum limit sa pagbaba ng working hours. So, let's say for example, kung ikaw ay nagtatrabaho 8 hours in a day, pwedeng ibaba yan ng kumpanya 7, 6, 5, 3, 4, 1 hours, wala pong problema kasi nga wala namang maximum or minimum limit sa pagbaba ng working hours. However, the maximum limit for reducing wages is 40%. So sinabi ko nga, yung maximum na pagbaba ng iyong sahod is 40% only. The salary cut in place of reduction in the actual working hours must be from the limit set for the actual working hours in Article 98 of the Labor Law, whether it is in the month of Ramadan or other months as the case may be. The ministry reiterated that the firm shall not dismiss worker in the principle of force majeure. At meron ding isang importanteng sinabi ng ministry, bawal na bawal po raw magtanggal ng mga employee. Makinig po kayo, bawal na bawal po raw na magtanggal ng mga employee under the principle of force majeure. So ano bang ibig sabihin ng force majeure? Yung bang mga bagay-bagay na hindi naman natin kontrolado. So yung COVID-19 is not the mistake of the company, neither the mistake of the employees. So because of that, hindi raw pwedeng magtanggal ng mga empleyado dahil sa COVID-19 o dahil sa force majeure. in the event that it does not benefit from the government subsidy, unless the conditions referred to in the provisions of Article 41 and its explanatory note are fulfilled. Force majeure clauses are contractual clauses which alter parties' obligations and or liabilities under contract when an extraordinary event or circumstance beyond the control prevents one or all of them from fulfilling those obligations. Replying to queries where the firm has set the right to terminate the contract of the employee whose work hours have been reduced or has been given exceptional leave, the Ministry clarified that the employer does not resort to termination of the work contract, considering that this circumstance or this situation is part of the description of force majeure, except for 3 bases or conditions are met. So sa sinabi ko nga, bawal na bawal mag-terminate or magtanggal ng mga employee dahil sa force majeure. Pero tandaan niyo po, meron pong mga conditions na pwede kayong tanggalin ng inyong kumpanya. So ito po yung ating tatandaan at ating intindihin. The first condition is a period of 6 months shall be completed following the procedures taken as part of the precautionary or preventive measures that require reduction of the working hours or suspension of work for a specific period of time. So yun po yung unang kondisyon. So let's say for example, within 6 months, hindi pa rin bumababa at hindi pa rin nawala yung COVID-19. At within 6 months natapos na, isa yun sa mga kondisyon na pwede na kayong tanggalin. Pero isa lang yun, okay? So tandaan nyo po yan. Pero hindi lang po yan yung mga conditions. Meron pang pangalawa. Second, the condition is the expiry of the situation that warranted application of the procedures related to the reduction of wages and full or part of the annual leave and exceptional leave. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Di ba may mga kababayan or mga employees tayo ngayon na natenga sa kanilang mga bansa dahil bakit? Dahil sa coronavirus. Nawala kasi yung international flights ngayon dito sa Saudi Arabia. So maraming mga tao na imbes na makabalik sa Saudi Arabia, hindi na sila nakabalik dahil sila ay nagbabakasyon sa kanilang mga bansa or yung mga kababayan natin sa Pilipinas nagbabakasyon hanggang na-lockdown yung Saudi, hindi na sila nakabalik. So yung mga taong yon nag-expire na ang kanilang leave. Hindi ba? So, di ba usually yung leave nasa 30 months lang or 2 months. So, dahil nga natenga sila sa kanilang mga bansa na hindi na sila makabalik. So, isa yon sa mga rason na pwede ka nang i-terminate. So, pangatlong rason na pwede silang mag-terminate ng mga employees. It must be proven that the employer did not benefit from any subsidy from the state. So kung ang inyong kumpanya ay hindi nakatanggap ng mga subsidy or tulong galing sa gobyerno, yun ay isa yun sa mga rason na pwede silang mag-terminate ng mga employees. Kasi right now, yung gobyerno ng Saudi Arabia, nagbibigay sila ng mga subsidy, nagbibigay sila ng mga pera sa mga kumpanya na nahihirapan ngayon dahil sa COVID-19. Pero kung inyong kumpanya ay walang natanggap na benepisyo or tulong galing sa gobyerno, pwede po silang magtanggal ng mga employees. Okay? Concerning the exceptional leave, the ministry affirmed that it is not permissible to compel the worker to obtain unpaid exceptional leave without his consent. So, dahil nga medyo crisis ngayon dito, yung ibang kumpanya sinasabi, okay, mag-leave muna kayo kasi wala tayong pera, wala tayong kita. Bawal na bawal po yun. So kung ikaw ay sinabihan ng iyong kumpanya na mag-leave ka muna dahil wala tayong kita, bawal na bawal po yun. Bakit? Kasi yung unpaid leave ay dapat galing sa employee's request. So, ibig sabihin, hindi po pwede sa kumpanya manggagaling yan. Kung ikaw ay sinabihan ng iyong kumpanya na mag-leave muna kayo ng walang sahod dahil wala tayong kita, bawal po yan. So, dapat ikaw mismo ang may gusto niyan na mag-leave muna dahil gusto mo. Hindi pwedeng yung kumpanya ang mamimilit sa'yo na mag-leave na wala kang sahod. Okay, tandaan niyo po yan. The ministry pointed out that the worker contract is considered suspended during the period of the exceptional vacation when it exceeds 20 days, unless the two parties agree that the contract is considered not suspended in the event of exceeding this period. Pero sinabi ng ministry na ang kontrata mo raw is considered suspended when it exceeds 20 days. So let's say for example, ikaw ay naka-exceptional leave, binigyan ka ng exceptional leave, tapos magpas ka sa 20 days. According sa ministry, your contract is considered suspended. Unless the two parties agree that the contract is considered not suspended in the event of exceeding this period. Unless kung ikaw ay may agreement sa iyong kumpanya at ang employee. So dapat kung ikaw ay aalis o magbabakasyon for more than 20 days, dapat may agreement ka sa kumpanya na ikaw ay babalik at meron ka pang trabahong babalikan. So bawal na bawal po na ikaw ay nag-exceptional leave after 20 days tapos wala kang agreement sa iyong kumpanya, bawal po yan. So pwede kang ma-terminate. Regarding the worker's right to refuse to apply the options in Article 41 of the Labor Law Regulations, the ministry said that the worker has no right to refuse these procedures except for exceptional leave, where the worker must agree to it. The ministry stated that the firm can apply three options in the case of a worker. It can grant the worker leave with pay for a certain period, then apply the other option by reducing the wage by no more than 40%, and then it can grant unpaid leave in the event of his approval. The ministry stressed that punitive measures shall be taken against firms that violate the provisions of Article 41 of the Executive Regulations of the Labor Law. It also stated that the provisions of the Article 41 apply to the expatriate worker of a firm affected by the current crisis and to all those covered by the labor law. So yun po yung direktiba ng Ministry of HR at saka Ministry of Social Development. So dapat po ay ating intindihing mabuti para po tayo ay aware sa mga patakaran, bagong patakaran ngayon dito sa Saudi Arabia. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching our video. So don't forget to subscribe, at kung meron kayong mga tanungan, just drop your comment down below. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.